morning. Good morning, everybody.
Good
Good morning,
morning.
my friend Brenda.
Good morning. I'm
Yeah,
on day 70 something of the flu. That's flu
I know.
math. This flu math. So
Day
it's really
11.
just day 5, but in flu math I'm up to 70 some days.
They're like dog years. There's flu years.
So my husband always
new opportunity.
Sorry.
it out.
Oh, so sorry.
Yeah, I don't know what
Yeah,
that is.
I try to check everything before I go live. Hey, we just want to say welcome, Bren. I'm sorry about the
Oh, it's
flu.
all right.
Christina is over on Facebook right now, and
Hi,
she's
Christina.
answering questions over there. She's got some bug too. I'm good. I'm healthy. So
Yeah, you look great, by the way.
You guys all stay away.
How close are you to your goal weight? You look fantastic.
So thank you. Is weight loss not the hardest thing?
The hardest.
You know, it's really hard. The older you get, the tougher you get because your body and your fat have become really good friends.
Yes.
I hit a weight today. I'm not going to say what, but I am almost not lying on my driver's license. I'm like, this is great. I mean, I'm still off by 9 pounds, but
hey, I've got a story for you.
Not lying on my driver's license.
So I can't lie on my driver's license anymore.
Why?
Well, I watched a medical show one time, some emergency show, and they were looking at this person's license to determine how much medicine to give them. And I'm like, oh my God, what if they don't give me enough and I'm in a wreck and I still hurt?
Say 8. Say 8.
I was so worried. If it was an 8 or above, I wouldn't get enough medicine. So I quit lying on my license.
Well, you know, I don't know. I say it and I go, sure, I can pull that off. They'll believe me. But anyway,
I'm sure they would. It's what if you don't get enough medicine?
That's not good. Well, hey, now I'm within 9 pounds. So
you'd be okay.
I think I'd be okay.
Yeah.
Weight loss. Always the bane of my existence. I'm telling you, I've been dealing with it since I was 3. So, well, I want to welcome everybody to today's live. Bren, thanks for being here. Christina, thanks for being there over on Facebook, being sick. You guys are the best. But we're going to create some cards today. How about that? We're going to create some really amazing and fast, gorgeous cards. Okay, beyond excited about these cards. So we are going to hop over to my stamping table. Let me show you the first set of cards. We're going to make 2 sets today. This is set number 1. Beautiful, right? You guys are going to love it because they're so fast and easy. We've got some gorgeous stamping, of course, on the inside as well. And I don't know if you can see here, I've got a collection. I've got a just a note, happy birthday, thinking of you, and thank you. So I kind of covered everything there. And to do that, I used the go-to greeting stamp set. Guys, this is one of my favorites because it's got several different sizes of the same sentiment. So we have happy birthday, and we have a happy birthday, and we have a happy birthday. So small, medium, and large. So you can mix these up. And these are going to be great to also give as gifts. So stick around. I've got some tips on how you're going to gift these. The flower set I'm using today is translucent florals. I love to stamp with flowers. I can't grow them, but I can stamp them. I am the house where flowers go to die. But we're going to create with this stamp set. Now, it had sentiments in it, and those were great, just not quite what I was looking for because that go-to greetings was so elegant, right? And it works so well. I've got some tips about using this stamp set. And before we get too far, you guys know I've always got a free download, just my way of saying thank you for tuning in. Thank you for allowing me into your home as we stamp. And in this download, you're going to have all my supplies, the measurements, photos, a link back to the video. You can scan or click. And friends, I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you're in the United States, would you do me a favor? Click right there and order from my online store. I would so appreciate that. And we've got 2 different sets of cards we're going to create using this stamp set. Oh, and I should say the free download. simplysimplestamping.com. Just look for today's post. Brenda's also posted the link there in the comments for you. All right, you guys ready to get started? We're gonna actually create the berry burst one because that was my favorite. And let me get my supplies here. Okay, you guys are gonna die. These are my supplies. That's it. Oh my gosh, right? So I'm going to be using 4 colors here. I've got Pretty Peacock, Berry Burst, oh my gosh, Petal Pink. Oh, Connie needs coffee, and Fresh Freesia. These are 4 1/4 by 11 and scored at 5 1/2. All right. That's what we're going to use for our card bases. Now, I also have 8 pieces of basic white, and these are all the same size, 3 3/4 by 5. So we're going to take 2 of these to create our first card. Let me go ahead and give this a quick fold. If I can find a bone folder on my messy desk, and I cannot, let me grab one. I've always got a spare over here. All right. We are going to start with our basic whites. And you know what? I'm going to bring in some grid paper because I'm going to be using that. I've got tips for you on how to stamp with this stamp set. I'm going to be using Berry Burst and Old Olive for the first card. Old Olive on all of them. The only color that's going to change is we're going to change the color based on the cardstock. Now, I've had some people say that they've struggled a little bit with this stamp set because it is what we like to call a distinctive stamp. So can you see all this shading that's kind of built in to the stamp? You do not want to stamp this, and I've got a little fuzzy on there, and that won't work. Let me get that off of there. All of these are like little tiny dots. And if you press really hard into your ink pad, those dots are going to get goopy. So with this stamp set, we're going to just tap the bunny. Okay, that's what I always say. Or we're kissing the baby. We're going to kiss the baby. Just kiss, kiss, kiss. All right, do you see how I've got my ink here? I got just a little bit on those dots. Not too bad. I'm going to stamp this at the top of one of those, and don't press really hard, okay? We want to have even pressure, but you don't want to like press really hard like you would with a solid stamp. And do you see that? That's what we're going for. We're going for that gorgeous look. All right, I'm going to set this. You know what? No, I'm not. I'm going to go ahead and do my Berry Burst all at one time. Is that cool with you guys? So kiss the baby. Kiss, kiss, kiss. See that nice light look? I'm going to stamp this flower down here in the bottom of another piece of that cardstock. All right, Berry Burst is not quite done, but I am going to set it off to the side so we can finish stamping. Let's bring in some Old Olive. Brenda says, kiss the bunny, don't give it CPR. That is fabulous, girl. I love it. We're going to take the stem, and again, it's very thin, so don't press too hard because we don't want to get ink all around the edges. If you're a stamper, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to stamp my stem. Friends, this is another one. Light press. Light press. Do you see how nice and crisp and clean that is? That's what we want. I'm going to take the leaves. Again, kiss the baby. And we can add some leaves here. If you'd like, you could add 2 sets of leaves. That's up to you. 1 or 2 is all good. Let's bring this one back in. And we'll add some leaves right down here in the corner. So that's for the inside of my card. I'm going to set that off to the side. And let's add our sentiment. And we're going to bring in Berry Burst. And then I'm going to show you the magic part. So this one, I'm going to make a thank you card. But remember, we've got thank you, thinking of you, just a note, and happy birthday. So this one could be any of those. I'm going to stamp my thank you down there at the bottom. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Okay, the trick, blending brushes. All right. This is what's going to give that nice soft glow that we're going for. Now, this is Berry Burst. It's a very bright color. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to kiss the baby again because I don't want a lot of ink. I'm going to get some of that off of there. That's important because see how dark that is? That's not what I want on this beautiful soft card. And I'm going to swirl this. It's very light. And I started with a light pressure, and then I can just add a little bit more. And, you know, I always say you can add more, but you can't take it away. But do you see how I'm just getting this nice soft glow? Isn't it so pretty? And if you want a little bit more, tap, 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 get some of that excess off. Like I said, I can add more, but I can't take it away. All right, we've got a gorgeous card. Now, if you do not have the blending brushes, you can use sponge daubers. But friends, it's not as soft as a look. So if you use sponge daubers, and you know what, I should have brought one over here. I wish I had. You're just going to want to really tap off that sponge dauber, get a lot of that ink off. And but the blending brushes, because they're just little tiny hairs, it just blends so well. Okay, before I go any further, many of you have asked me, so I'm going to talk about how to clean your blending brushes. And you go, well, you know, do I have to use Berry Burst on that forever? No, you do not. So what I did before I started today is I took one of my blending brushes that I had used and I ran it under cold water. That is all you have to do. Now, this one's still a little damp. I had hoped to get it fully dry before I came on live. You can see it's pink, right? There is nothing coming off there. That may be pink, but it is clean. So you can keep using these brushes over and over and over again. They are fabulous, so you don't have to get stuck with just one color. These come in a 3-pack as well. So this card would be a fantastic one to create because you'll have 3 of those and you could always wash in between. Just make sure it's dry. All right. I should have hit it with maybe my blow dryer. But now let's get back to a card. Okay, we're going to put this card together. By the way, I cut mine the 4 1/4 by 11 and scored it 5 1/2. You could go the other direction, whichever one makes you happy. But we want these cards to be extra special, right? We you know, we're making a gift set. So we want to like have some really beautiful cards. Let's see what you guys are saying. Let's see. Kathy said, so pretty. I'm so glad. Judy, I usually do the blending brush before stamping. I'm glad you mentioned that because, yeah, that is something that you can do. I think the reason why I didn't on this one is because if it was your first time making this card, you might not know exactly where that flower was going to go. Once you've made the card and you can kind of see, I absolutely agree to do the stamping of the flower after you've done the swirl. But of course, we want to get that set just right. I didn't want it to bleed over into my old olive. So, yep, once you create, you're going to be doing great on that. All right, Stampin' Dimensionals make everything fabulous, right? Look at that. We got a little dimension coming off there. We're going to add, well, everything is missing from my desk. I did finally tell my husband, I said, by the way, if you keep getting emails saying, get me a bigger desk, that's because I keep telling him to. And he says, I know, we need to do something about that. I love that man of mine. All right, we're going to add this to the middle, or to the middle of the inside of my card. Plenty of room to write my message. Beautiful. Let's go crazy. Because again, it's a gift. We want it to be extra special. Iridescent pearls. I love these iridescent pearls, and we're going to add one of the bigger ones here, and we'll add a couple of these smaller ones. There's more smaller ones than there are the bigger ones, and I like using my take your pick tool. So much easier to pick those up. Friends, oh my gosh, right? It's gorgeous. It's so bright, so beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and bring in these other ones. I got a couple things I wanted to share with you here. So Fresh Freesia, and I did a thinking of you. Happy birthday and pretty peacock. This is my petal pink, and I don't, guys, I'm sorry. I think I missed this when I did my download, but the Just a Note is actually stamped in crumb cake. the petal pink was a little too light for my sentiment. So I did do that one there in the crumb cake. You see here, I added a stem to the inside of my flower. You can do that. You can see, you can do it with one set of leaves. You can do it with two, but these are all the same here on the inside. So get creative with that. Now, what are we going to do with these great cards? We want to give them as a gift, right? So, oh, you know what? I forgot to stamp my envelope. Can we stamp an envelope? You guys will let me stamp an envelope, right? We're going to do that real quick because I need to be better about sharing with you how to stamp your envelopes because stamped envelopes make everything better. I better get some grid paper back in here. Oh, I'd be curious how many of you are stamping with me. I love it when you guys stamp with me. That's what makes what we do so fun. Again, tapping lightly. That is a gorgeous envelope, right? You could also stamp here on the flap as well. But, you know, we can keep it nice and easy today. So now I'm going to share with you how you're going to give these as a gift. And I'm going to go back a couple weeks ago. I shared how to create a gift box for giving the gift of cards. So you guys probably recognize this one. Brenda's going to share the link to that video, or you can find the blog post on it. Either way. Now, what you could do, obviously I changed the color, but you could, no, let's find something prettier. Where's one of my other cards? Where'd my cards go? Oh, here they are. I would do this one. There we go. That's beautiful. So you could add this as a card front and maybe say just a note. All right. But this box has been designed where you can put your envelopes and your cards. All right. You could do a set of 8 of these and 8 envelopes. Everything's going to fit. You don't even have to wrap it because it's gorgeous, right? So you can create a very simple box, and I encourage you guys to go find the video on that. Now we're going to create some more cards because those were just too easy. Now we're going to do a set featuring, what did I lose the name? Magical Meadow. I always want to call it, I don't know, something else. I don't know what I got the meadow part, the magical I keep missing. What do you think of these? Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So we're going to have some fun with this one. By the way, same thing, did a little stamping on the inside. Do you recognize the sentiment set? Yep, they're all the same. So we've got crumb cake, mossy meadow, misty moonlight, and blackberry bliss. We're going to make a blackberry bliss card. By the way, I'm going to take my box of cards. We're going to put those in there because we're going to give a set of these as well. Oh my goodness, measurements exactly the same. So there are my 4 colors of cardstock. Like I said, we're going to do the blackberry bliss. Snowy Mom says, ooh, love these. So pretty. I know. And you know, there's just something about pretty and easy. Oh goodness. Love easy. All right. I'm going to take my 2 pieces of basic white. You guys remember the drill there. We are going to do this again with just a blackberry bliss ink pad. So again, you're going to match your ink pad to the colors of your cardstock. And of course, you can change those up. So here is our Magical Meadow stamp set. I'm going to be using this one here. Now, just like the other one, it had sentiments in it, but as a gift, that's not what I was going for. So go-to greetings, fabulous, fabulous set for this. Okay. So here is what we're going to do with this one. We've got this gorgeous image. By the way, I've got another video featuring this set that's going to be coming up in the future, and it's fantastic. This set, if you do not have it, this is a must-have. You know what? We're going to stamp our sentiment first. I want to make sure I get this set right where I want it. So this will be a great thinking of you card. So we'll stamp our thinking of you. Now we can come in with, that looks so much better. And I'm going to stamp right in the middle. Okay. Now I'm going to stamp off to the left, stamp off to the right. I probably spread that out a little bit more than I did on my original one, but you know, there's no right or wrong. It's called creativity. Kiss the baby. Yeah, we don't want that glob, right? We want to get a lot of that off. And let's swirl that beautiful Blackberry Bliss ink. This one especially, this is a deep, deep color. Make sure that you tap off some of that excess, because boy, we don't want that. Beautiful, right? I'm going to set that off to the side, and we're going to take that other piece of basic white, and I'm only going to ink up part of this, and we're going to stamp, stamp, stamp. Oh my gosh, that was easy. Friends, we are done stamping. Do you love it? I mean, we love easy and we love giving gifts. All right. So for this one, I am going to, there they go. We're going to add some more Stampin' Dimensionals. Judy says it's really a beautiful enhancement to use the blending brush to color, right? You know, if I had just left it plain, it just would have been a little boring, right? And adding just that little bit of color with the blending brush is such a wow. I am adding my Stampin' Dimensionals. Let's get a couple here in the middle so we don't have a saggy card. And then I'm going to show you, we're going to add a little linen bow thread to this, because that's going to make it, you know, the other card I used, the iridescent pearls, which are fabulous. But for this one, I decided I wanted to add a little touch of nature to it. That's why I like that linen thread. We'll add a little adhesive here. So we've got a place that when we give the card, they can write their message. Or if you guys are like me, you like to have these cards on hand when you need to send a card. So I've got a little linen thread bow here. And this is my trick for adding it. I love to use the mini glue dots. I'm going to take a mini glue dot and I'm going to roll it into a little ball. And you don't want to overwork it, okay? I'm going to add it right here. Oops, it stuck to my finger instead of my, get on there. There we go. I will take my linen thread bow. I'm going to press that down really, really good. And then I'm going to keep pressing it because I want to de-stickify any of that glue dot that might be sticking out, okay? And the reason we rolled it up into a ball because the middle of that bow is just very small. So there we go. And again, let me show you all of the colors that we did there. So I can add these. I can add these to the same box and have two different types of cards. Or you could make two sets of these. You know what? Or you could come in with the stamp set. And maybe you could create some other cards featuring some of the other stamps in there. So really wonderful way to give a gift. Remember to go over to Simply Simple Stamping and find the video for how to make the box. It's super easy, guys. And I would love for you to be able to have that so you can give the gift of your hand stamped art. This is perfect for the hard to give, right? Who can't use cards? Everybody can use cards. And I think it is really a fabulous gift. Hey, I want to share with you what we're going to create next week, November 2nd. And next week is going to be a 2-for-1. And I am really excited about these cards. Look at that. Can you see what we have going on there? Oh, friends, you're going to love how easy these cards are. And we're going to be creating some for autumn. And we're going to be creating some like sympathy cards or thinking of you cards. These are going to be fantastic. And like I said, it's a 2-for-1. So when we cut out here, we're going to use that over here. What we cut from our glimmer, our gold foil, or yeah, gold glimmer, we're going to use that there. It's going to be fantastic. Cannot wait. Cannot wait. Oh, Diane says the leaves are beautiful. Judy says, wow, look at these. Yeah, it's going to be a fantastic time. And I would love for you guys to join me. So that will be next Thursday, same channel right here at YouTube. And hey, do yourself a favor and subscribe and ring the bell so YouTube will let you know whenever I'm back with another video, because hey, we love to do that. We love to have you live, but if you're not live, I'm just glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Hey, a special shout out to Nick. Nick's been a long time follower, and he told Christina today that This is going to be his first live. So welcome. Guys, I appreciate you being here. Remember to go get your free download over at simplysimplestamping.com or look down in the YouTube description. If you click on the YouTube description, there's a direct link to today's post where you can get that. So whenever you're ready to recreate this card, so you'll be ready with those gifts. These are also great for those like last minute gifts you kind of need to have on hand when somebody shows up with a gift for you. You guys know. And we go, oh, well, I have something for you too, right? So have a few of these set up, ready to go, because you're going to be able to give these all year long. So there you go, my friends. Thank you for being here. I can't wait to stamp with you next time. Love you guys. Have a good one. Bye-bye.